So yeah, I just want to keep it for right. Uh, Good afternoon. We are live, and this is the Black Atheists of Philadelphia hangout, and we are joined by myself, Shelton Henderson. I guess I should have said that last, but and my wife Michelle, and we have Jenn, and we have some more people invited, but we are going to just have a little general conversation. You know, our little monthly chat, and you know, find out what's going on in the atheist community, and I guess that's what they call us now, right, Jen? The atheist community.
Well, atheist, free thought,
Yeah, the
free
free
thought
thought
community.
humanist
Yeah, free
community.
thought kind of encompasses agnostics, skeptics,
Mm,
people who question religion. No matter what where you are in your path, towards non-belief. Free
mm,
thought kind of encompasses most of that.
yeah.
So,
So yeah,
hello, you're frozen.
there's been some things going. Okay, I'm running a little. It's going to lag, I guess, until we kind of get. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's a little. I think it's her phone, so she may have it's an issue with her phone. She'll be jumping back on. Anyway, there's a lot of things that have been going on that just in general, and the I guess the biggest news is with the police brutality thing, which kind of I mean, well, news to us, right? Like, is there's nothing new?
It's
Um,
nothing new.
yeah, I think now that um, with the advent of uh, there's surveillance, but then there's like counter surveillance. You have people with phones and that things that used to be done in the dark now are being exposed.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
the cameras are turned both ways, and you know, I mean, I have Facebook. It's almost some on my Facebook. I have this group cop. I think it's Cop Block. One is uh, police communities. Every day, man, it's some kind of brutality or some kind of misconduct that's been highlighted in the news media. Which this stuff, they were able to use to kind of stage manage these things and kind of crisis manage these uh, atrocities and this brutality. Um, but that's something that maybe we can touch on, and has it, and I can't say as it kind of correlates with what we're talking about, but from a humanistic standpoint, it does relate to that. We're in a society where um,
Yes. Mm.
it has an impact on us, and it has an impact on how do we as a quote unquote society deal with basically a police state. It's they try to make it nice in some instances, but it is a police state. It is, you have basically, in my opinion, the equivalent of the Hitler's brown shirts. The local. Uh,
Local Gestapo.
exactly. And these people are, I mean, they operate. We know as a fact in Philadelphia, they operate with impunity in Philly. I mean, anytime you can get things on tape. I mean, like just with that officer punching the woman.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
remember
how
that
more
one.
clear cut can you get? I mean, like it's in front of your face.
Somebody splashes him with water or something, and then he thinks it's the woman and punches her in her face. I'm like,
Yeah,
really?
really. And
Wow.
not only did he get off, he got off with back pay and a hair promotion.
What? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So all that money he lost, he didn't lose anything.
He didn't lose anything. He didn't even lose
He
any time
gained.
or seniority he gained for
Yeah, he
busting her in
gained.
her
It's disgusting.
face for police officer without having any evidence of her doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean it's I mean I've been stopped well in, I've been stopped and it's
He's
when
going
you're
for it.
in okay.
I don't know what happened. Babe, Shelton. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. So exactly. So when you get stopped now, it's like you have to kind of be fearful that something crazy is going to jump off, and the next thing you know, you're going to be arrested or hurt without any provocation.
Right. Well, I felt like that. I mean, I've been profiled, you know, within the last I've been profiled about 3 times within the last year and a half. Um, and it's not fun. You know, you're wondering what you're being stopped for. I wasn't stopped for anything in particular. And I remember a police officer asking me where I'm going, and I'm saying, well, I'm going home. Where's home? I'm like, well, you have my driver's license right in your hand, you know?
Well, more
So,
importantly, if they don't have any reason to stop you, if you can ask them like, why are they asking you that? Like, what is the problem? Am I being detained? Because that's the thing. There's nothing that says you have to answer those questions. And
right,
honestly, I wish that for things like this, like considering this, even though this is a black atheist, I wish that like criminal defense attorneys to come on and talk about these things because they're still real. They're real for us. You know, even for women, it's real that you now is becoming more and more of a police state and an apartheid state where every little checkpoint you have to um, show some ID. You know, show papers that you're able to be in like that area. It seems like it's getting to that point. You know.
well, we used to show papers back in the day, you know.
Right.
It's going back to right after slavery times, you
Yeah,
know.
that's the
Um,
in our lifetime we never had to do that. So now this is something new for us. You know,
right,
you figured. I mean, come on now. We didn't have to every few steps you find somebody's being stopped for something. They're stopped and frisked. Brought are we 4G
right.
too?
I mean, I
Yeah.
know when with my experiences with being profiled, I got they even called for backup. And I'm like, wow, really? You know, this is out in North Jersey, but it's just when you see police officers pulling up behind you, the average black person isn't thinking, "Oh, look at the police, they're doing their job." They're thinking, "Oh, what's going down? Am I going to get hurt? Somebody what are they stopping me for?" It's more anxiety than reassurance that
Exactly.
these police officers are working for us.
Because they're not. They haven't been in a long time. If they ever were, they're not working for us.
Right,
What? They haven't been working for us for I don't think ever.
right,
So the community side. People think that just because that it's really about the black community, and the reason why it's so prevalent for us is because we are a part of that community. But it's happening across the board everywhere in in urban America. You know what I mean? So that regardless of what nationality, quote, race, or creed you are part of urban America, and it's happening throughout urban America. It's not happening in affluenza. It's only happening in urban America. You know?
well, you have, you know, with all that's happening, you never hear about situations where police officers of color go into predominantly white areas and kill their children.
So it's mostly white officers that are killing them, but I mean, of course, it's not in the same. in the same amount. It's not the same type of violence that it is for Black America. But unfortunately, now it is, like you say, that Gestapo state, and it is